Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley with a very, very special guest at this time with our Cardinal Mooney player profile. I'm joined by the linebacker and wide receiver extraordinaire, Mr. Michael Pastella. Michael, how are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. This is year four for you as a senior, and round four as we get ready for the Holy War. Ursuline and your Cardinal Mooney Cardinals taking the field tomorrow night. Well, depends on when you're watching this, but you could be already have taken the field by the time somebody sees this. But Michael, talk about what the Holy War means to you.
Oh, it's huge. Obviously, Mooney Ursuline, one of the biggest rivalries in the area. One of the biggest games, always on TV every year. It's a game that you want to win every year. Losing to Ursuline is a down year for Mooney, and vice versa. So, should be a good one tomorrow.
When you look at the calendar, you look at the schedule, obviously things are a little bit different this year with COVID, only 6 regular season weeks. Was it nice to see that the Ursuline game stayed one of the last games of the season for you? And again, you know, that's the one you circle, right? Well, how much intensity goes into the 24 hours before the Holy War?
Oh, a lot of intensity. You're preparing all week, having the best week of practice you can, and a lot of intensity comes the night before. But yeah, it was good to see that it was end of the year, so it's always a game you're looking forward to. Normally at the end of the year, so
It's
it
been
was.
an interest. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it.
It's been an interesting year for you guys. A little bit of change right before the season drops.
Yeah.
Obviously, you lose Coach Fecco. Coach Pelini takes over. A new regime, a new style. Talk to me about what it was like as a senior to go through that, the good and the bad.
Yeah, it was hard at first, not learning a whole new offense, but we worked hard all camp. Obviously came in just a few days before double started, so we worked hard. We were all bought in, pretty early, and sometimes you're gonna have some, speed bumps if you have a new coach. It's part of the experience, but we're starting to get better every week, and yeah.
What has been the biggest adjustment for you personally to go from one type of offense and defense to another?
Not much. I still prepare the same way, still studying a lot, not much has changed.
So when you look at, you want to talk about things that have changed, 2019 to 2020,
Yeah.
you go from in school to, a hybrid or out of school. It just depends on kind of where you fall as an individual, as a family. Talk to me about what it's been like for you to live at least the first part of your senior year and the later part of your or latter part of your junior year
Yeah.
during the COVID, just where this COVID era, I guess. How's it been for you? How have you adjusted? What are some of the things you've liked, and what are some of the things you never want to do again?
Yeah, obviously it's hard for everyone, but just going to school online was a lot different. Obviously, I've never done that before, but missing out on workouts, we had to take a break for a little while, but you know, it was nice still working out like at home and stuff, but obviously it's been different, all the guidelines, only having 6 games, but you got to look on the bright side, like at least we're playing, at least senior year, at least you get to play in this, so
That's it, brother. You look at the bright side always. Glass half full.
that's right.
Talk to me about your this senior class is a special class. You guys have been
Mhm.
tightly knit for a long time.
Yeah.
Talk about your teammates, your classmates, and what they mean to you, and why this is so important to finish kind of what you guys started together.
Oh, I'm so close to my teammates. It's cliche, a lot of people say it, but they're honestly like brothers to me. We hang out on and off the field during school, outside of school on the weekends. We're always together. So, uh, great group of guys. We want to get this done. So,
Cardinal Mooney is a tradition like any other, and once you're
mhm.
a Mooney grad or a Mooney student, you're a Mooney person for life. Talk to me about what it means to you to wear those Mooney colors each and every Friday night.
Oh, I'm so proud to wear, the Mooney uniform. I actually grew up going to Boardman, but my father went to Mooney, so I've always kind of wanted to go to Mooney, and I'm just so blessed to be able to wear Mooney red and gold.
A generational Cardinal. I like it. Why was it? What was it about Cardinal Mooney that attracted you, other than maybe that your dad went?
Oh, the tradition, the family atmosphere. When I stepped in freshman year, I didn't know a lot of people, but they really welcomed me in like a family. I felt that for sure.
So when you take the field against teams like Boardman with a lot of your friends on the other side, what is it like for you? What goes through your mind, and do you take a lot of heat from the other side?
A little bit. You expect that, but it's kind of cool. Growing up with all those guys, always playing with them, but it's cool to compete against them for sure.
All right, let's take a step off the field for a little bit before we get back into your schoolwork. Let's talk about you talk about tradition. What's the tradition for you getting ready for a game? What's the music that you listen to get you hyped?
I listen to a lot of rap, Lil Baby, Moneybag Yo, just some of the guys. But sometimes I'll listen to rock, maybe Pearl Jam. I like to listen to slow music first, then start to get,
Ramping it up. I see you.
yeah.
All right. What's if you had to go to one concert for the rest of your life? Who would it be and why?
Oh, definitely the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're my favorite band. Not a lot of people my age like them, a few, but I don't know. I just love their music, and my brother and my parents love them too. So
What's your favorite sport to watch in person?
football for sure. I
And
love seeing people flying around, making big hits, big plays.
all
Just
right, you
everything.
got one ticket to any football game in the past. Which game are you going to and why?
I'm sorry, any game and what?
Any game, you got one ticket to
Oh,
go to any football game of all time. Which game are
oh,
you going to?
I gotta go with Super Bowl 43, Steelers versus Cardinals. I'm a big Steelers fan, so
Yes. I love it. I'm glad I got to do this because Steve would kill you. He's a huge Browns fan, and I'm a Steelers fan. That's awesome. All
that's
right, so your
yeah.
favorite Steeler of all time.
Oh, Troy Polamalu for
All
sure.
right. Do you try to play? You try to emulate him from the linebacker position a little bit?
Yeah, obviously he played safety, but he was always around the ball, always flying around, and that's what I try to do, try to emulate him.
You got to grow that hair out a little bit there, Mikey. If you
Yeah.
want to be like Troy P, you got to grow that hair out. All right. If you're in the locker room, you got, let's say, any color Gatorade to pick from. What's your go-to?
Um, Probably blue, cold blue Gatorade.
All right. Any
Yeah.
just any draw to that, or is it something you just like the taste?
I've always liked it, since I was little. That's always been my go-to.
All right. So you are going. You're a linebacker. You're a wide receiver. Talk
Mhm.
to me about who you emulate on the football field.
Oh, linebacker, big Steelers fan. I love Devin Bush just because he plays sideline to sideline, making plays. Him and Polamalu too.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Okay. So a lot of role models on the field. Talk to me about your role models off the field. Who has been there for you since day one, has guided you to where you are and where you want to go?
Oh, both my parents. They're with me every step of the way. Help me make the decision to come to Mooney. Help me go to practice with schoolwork, just everything. They're my rock, and I really love them. Really appreciate everything they do for me.
We're here, the player profile for Cardinal Mooney, brought to you by iSynergy with Michael Pastella. Mike, when you look at the season at hand, it's your senior year, what do you want to remember most about this season? What do you want to leave on the field?
Oh, obviously, everyone's making the playoffs this year. We our ultimate goal is state. Not a lot of people think that's our goal. Obviously, I had a few losses, but we're playing good ball right now, and our goal is the state championship.
What's one thing that people don't know about this Cardinal Mooney football team that you want them to know from now moving forward?
Um, well, I'll just say we're better than people think. Last week we put up the scores sometimes don't do us justice, but if you're not with us, you don't really know. But last week we put up over 400 yards offense. Just had a few turnovers, special teams, but we're starting to play really good. So
Sounds like you wear a lot of hats off the field as well, Michael. When you look at what you want to do for your future, I know at 17, 18 years old, it's hard to think and
yeah.
really a lot harder to point a finger at what you want to do. What would you want to do if you could do anything in the world?
Oh man, that's tough. I don't know. I've been thinking about majors for college. Maybe something like computer science, engineering, finance, but I don't really know.
Sounds like a
I'm
lot of numbers.
excited.
You like numbers?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, last question. There's a lot of teachers that have probably influenced you on your way up at whatever school you're at. Talk to me about a Cardinal Mooney teacher or influence that you want to give a special shout out to right now.
Ooh, I'll give a special shout out to Mr. Promisberger. He's my favorite teacher at Mooney. He was my history teacher last year. Great guy. Shout out Mr. Promisberger.
Michael Pastella, thank you so much for your time right here on the YSN Player Profile for Cardinal Mooney, brought to you by iSynergy. Good luck to you against the Ursuline Irish and in the
Thank you.
playoffs, young man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You got it, bro.